To everyone that says pit bulls are mean, bad dogs, I want you to look at my boy Papa, and I want you to love him and let him give you a kiss. Pop! What up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new. I'm very tired today. I pulled an all-nighter last night. I pulled a 24-hour. I had to bang out a paper. This paper that's been keeping me up, man. It's been kicking my ass, but I finally finished that mother trucker. 15 pages. I have a good topic for you guys. How I got out of the Navy. My story, my journey, and how I went from active duty to active reserves, then to inactive reserves. But before I started processing out, I had to decide. I was thinking about changing my job and re-enlisting. So I tried to cross-rate. Cross-rating is a bitch. If your recruiter tells you it's easy, it is not. Basically, it's all about the manning at the time. My job, aviation mechanic, we were manned. So I can only cross-rate to a job that was undermanned. So they were like, okay, JT, you can go fucking boatswain's mate CS or some other job like that. I was like, fuck no. The next question was, all right, am I gonna go active reserves or inactive reserves? Because when you sign your initial contract, you know, you do 8 years for active, for reserves. So I was like, dang, active reserves or inactive reserves, what's the difference? Basically, active reserves is your weekend warrior, the shit that you hear. You go down, you dress up once a weekend, you do your drill, and that's it. You get paid a couple $100, and you do that for 4 more years. If you want to do active reserve, that would complete my 8. So I did that. I was like, fuck it, all right. I guess I'll do that. I'll get a little couple $100. It's only once a month, and I'll get health care. A lot of reasons that people do that is because you get really good, cheap health care through TRICARE if you go active reserves. And a lot of people that have families, they need that. So I was like, shit, all right, I'll get paid. I get a little bit of health care. I still get to wear the uniform, and I'll just live the reserve life. And maybe I'll get deployed for like 2 weeks. That's another thing. You have to get, you have to serve 2 weeks active status. So some people get sent to Japan for like 2 weeks. So it doesn't have to be 2 weeks straight. I learned when I was in the active reserves for my 1 year that I was in. I'll tell you why I got out very soon. But you can break it up like into 1 week here and 1 week there. If you can't take 2 weeks straight, you know, if you're in school and you're working. So once a weekend, little JT, I would go down there, I would report to my NOSC, and it was such bullshit. You know, I didn't really, not only did most of the sailors that were attached to that unit, a lot of them were just reserve type sailors. They were like E4s that had been in for like 8 years. No warfare pins, no qualifications. The way of life is way different, super slow. People have zero motivation. It's very kind of bizarre. And all we did was do NKO courses and fucking clean. And me being an E5 that, you know, tried to give me all this fucking responsibility. All this responsibility you get as active reserves, you just don't work those 2 days if you take on responsibility in the reserves. You have to deal with bullshit throughout the whole week. Call people constantly, get updates, and you're not getting paid for this stuff during the week. So basically being active reserves after about a year, I was like, all right, this is not for me. This is taking up way too much time. I'm not getting paid enough. I don't need the medical benefits really. I'm not getting paid that much money as it is. There's a thing called a page 13 you'll be able to sign. You can go from active reserves to inactive reserves to IRR. This page 13, it will claim, you'll have to say different hardships and how it affects you and the reserves and how it affects your life now as a civilian. And you just process that paperwork and you go from active to inactive. So yeah, I've been in the inactive reserves. I'm pretty much almost done with that. I should be done with my 8 years total contract. If not now, I could be already done with my 8 years. You know, I think I could be potentially out of the inactive ready reserve. Like I'm done completely from the military. But I'm not sure if my time in the delayed entry program counts as time in the inactive reserves. If it does, then I could be done like fucking like this month. If it doesn't count, then I probably have like 1 more year in the inactive reserves. But like I said, all you do, they send you in some paperwork, you sign that shit, send it back, and that's all you have to do. Since I've been separated from active duty in 2014, I've been on the post 9/11 GI Bill. I've been going to a pretty good university. It's a yellow ribbon school, and been paying all my tuition, and I get a BAH housing stipend every month I'm in school, and they pay on my books. I hadn't had an issue. All you people worrying about the GI Bill, and you think it's not gonna work, or you're worried about not getting paid, I've had zero issue. Everything's bueno, and I'm pretty excited to use like the VA home loan in the future now that I'm married, and we'll see what's going on in the future. Definitely want to use the VA home loan though. I hope this video helped you guys, and you got to see kind of my journey of getting out of the military and where I'm at now. Thank you so much for all the support. Social media below as always. If you want to help support the channel, check out my Patreon. Peace out from JTsuits. Ooh, Papa! 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 Never mind, give me kisses, Papa!
Saucing on you. I'm swagging, I'm ballin', I'm the song on you.